Hello guys. Hello, my name is Calamative Joe, and if you don't know who I am, then okay. Um, my name is Calamative Joe. Welcome back to a new stream. We're on my Survivor Legacy world at the moment, a world that I've had for over 9 years. In a year's time, just under a year's time, it will be 10 years since I created the world. That would be incredible. Some people that try and turn up and watch these streams, even though they probably shouldn't be on YouTube, there's probably some people that were born after I created this Minecraft world. Hello RedX101 and hello Patrick. How are you both? Let's just jump off this lake. Splodge. Does my mic sound alright? Literally, does my mic sound alright? My blue snowball suddenly started working again, but I've had to take the stand off. So there might be extra background noise coming through the mic because it's not the best at the moment because my mic, it's going to sound a bit rough because the mic shield's not on the mic. The mic, it's just the actual ball of the snowball is on my desk, stacked on a stack of DVDs. The mic's not even aimed at my mouth because it's too low. That's not because I'm ridiculously tall, guys. That's because my desk is very low compared to my to where my mouth is. I need to prop the mic up another, I don't know, a foot for it to be anywhere near my mouth. There we go. Perfect. So, how is everybody? I haven't streamed in a couple of days because we had this mic problem. Basically, my mic just randomly stopped the other night during a stream. During a stream the other night, my mic just randomly stopped. And it's very damp today. Not for me. Not for me, it isn't. For me, it's actually dry and sunny. Where I am from in the UK, we haven't really had that much rain. That's bad luck. It's not too bad. We've had a little bit of rain. Where I'm from in the UK, we've had a little bit of rain, but we haven't really had heavy rain for months. It's not a drought or anything like that. It's not a drought. We've had little bits of rain, but you know the grass is all brown. But it's one of those. You have warm summers, like we're probably due. I read the other day that we're still due another heat wave. Guys, it's almost it's almost September time. It's almost September. God. It's almost 2023. Well, hello, you kind sir. Hello, Karam Cam. Welcome to the stream. I apologise there's been no streams. It'll be snowing soon. I love snow. I love it when it snows. The problem is, though, I'm quite fat, so the last time it snowed, I slipped over and split my trousers. Java edition for... Java's the OG. Legacy Console Edition is Java for consoles because they based it off Java. So if there's a redstone glitch, if a redstone, say I don't have any redstone on me, but say you build something in redstone on Java, that'll work on here because the redstone on Java and the redstone on Legacy Console Edition is exactly the same. Oh, sorry, itchy ear. It will be snowing soon. technically we're still in summer at the moment. Autumn. It's not. We won't until bloody just winter time. Hello, Aiden Gamers. Gamers X. Welcome to the stream. Do I have any sort of? I don't know. Eventually we're going to have to turn this to dirt, but guys, I finished the mountain off the other day. The mountain is gone. I've played Minecraft for 15 years, so fair play to 2010. That's impressive. Yeah, I've played Minecraft for 11 years, but the first time I played it would have been 2012. So technically, the first time I played it would have been 13 years ago. Fair play, 15 years. Like, how old was I 15 years ago? Like, I was under 10? 15 years ago would be 2010, wouldn't it? I would have been 8 in 2010. And I guarantee most of the other people in this stream would have been younger than me. I guarantee most of the other people in this stream would have been younger than 8 in 2010. But yeah, fair play. 15 years is a good time. Have I got a game that I've played for a long time? I'll tell you what, saying that, I've played Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga for 18 years. Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, I've played that for 18 years. And Lego Batman the video game for 17. Actually, saying that, Lego Harry Potter I've played for 15 years actually. Maybe I should go and reset my save datas on those games and stream them. Would you guys like that? So you're a year older than I am then. I played Minecraft in 2011. 10 years ago I played Minecraft. Now I'm 24. Now I'm 24 years ago. Oh, so you're a year older than I am then. If you played it in 2011, doesn't that make it 14, not 15? Unless you're counting it at it's nearly 2026. I was going to start this stream at 1:30, and I decided to start it. Then I decided to start it a month early. Sorry, 30 minutes early. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna announce something rather quickly. I'll announce something rather quickly. Is my mic working? Yes, it's working. Good. I'm gonna announce something rather quickly. I'm doing for my next short film for my next podcast episode. It will air on Sunday. I'm not 14 years old. I never said that. You said you first played Minecraft in 2011. I said so. That's 14 years ago. I said it's not 15 years. It's 14 years. I know you said you're 24, but then when you said you first played it in 2011, I said, well, 2011 was 14 years ago. But that's why I said if or you're counting it as in 2025's over, and then 2026 would be 15 years from 2011. Bloody hell, kids born in 2011 will be 15 years old next year. Jesus. Those are people that are 9 years younger than me. honestly, I will feel weird in 20... I'll feel weird in 2 years' time. I'll feel weird in 2027. That's when I'll feel weird. I'll feel weird. I think you should get an elytra. I've already got one. Hello, 11. I've already got one. I just don't use it that often. Because I used to forget it was on. I used to forget it was on and accidentally take off. I used to forget I had the elytra on, and then I would go and jump, and then automatically accidentally glide off and hit something. So, basically, I take the I only have the elytra when I want it, when I need it. So just to eliminate the prospect of, you know, I forget it's on, and then I run down its durability. Plus, to get around, you don't really need an elytra. As long as you've got some good paths. Birchwood, dark oak, oak. Actually, no, leave the oak. We don't need the birch. What do we want to take from here? Dirt. Take all this dirt. Hello, King Flavio Cancinio. Welcome to the stream. Dirt. I didn't want that wood. I didn't want that wood. That was an accident. Can you build an iron beacon? I've got one. We'll go over to where my beacons are in a second. I just want to clear my... No, we don't want to do that. I just want to clear my inventory over here. And take things that we don't need back. My mistake, you were right. I played Minecraft for 14 years. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. I noticed it when you said 2011. I thought, well, that's not 15 years. But the easiest way to calculate it is... go, it's 2025, so it's got to be... Take 5 off, it's 2020. Take 10 off, it's 2010. It's like if you were born in 2000, you'd be 25 this year. If you were born in 2000, you'd never forget. If you were born in 2000, you'd never forget your date of birth. What year is it? Oh, 2025. Oh, I'm 25 then. I'm not 25, guys. I'm 23. But I said people that are born in 2000, they'll never forget. They'll never forget their age. What year is it? Because whatever their age is what year it is. Well, they aren't 2025, but. Yeah. But doesn't all humans forget things? I mean, I do it. I could be going somewhere. The worst part for me, though, everyone. The worst part for me, everyone, is that I can remember a lot. I've got a good memory. In 2001. Yeah. So you're a year older than I am, because I'm 2002. Right, let's just go put all this dirt in that chest. We'll go to the iron farm in a minute. I just want to quickly clear this. I just want to dump some of this dirt in here. I have this dirt chest that I've created. I've created this dirt room. So, to make sure we always have a little bit of dirt. Why can't you say iron? Why? Is that a new trend then? Is that some new word now? Is that the liberal lefty thing now? Oh, you can't say iron because people, I don't know. How's the word iron illegal? Iron is a material that has been used for over 1,000 years. Can you show us the house? Of course I can. Oh god, sorry, itchy leg. Right, we'll go outside first because the house is huge. Actually, we'll do the farm we'll do the beacons first. I don't know how I decided it was. But yeah, honestly, but iron's been very useful to the human race. You know, discovering iron. First of all, it was bronze. We had the Bronze Age when we were using Bronze Age tools, and then we discovered iron. And you know, a lot of early human history stuff was built out of stone and iron. You know, iron swords, and then we started building metal machinery out of iron. And then when we discovered steel, we moved to steel. Did you know that iron is iron? Because they don't exist. You're missing redstone lapis beacon, but there isn't anything. There isn't a redstone or lapis beacon. There's only 4. On Legacy Console Edition, there's only 4. And I believe there's only 5 on Bedrock Edition. You've got Emerald, Diamond, Gold, Iron, and Netherite on Bedrock. There isn't a Lapis or a Redstone one. I know, yeah. I think Lapis exists. I don't think Redstone exists in reality. Just for fun. Well, we could do that in the future. We could do that actually. We could do that in the future. But we wouldn't be able to build it in there though. We'd have to build it somewhere else. We wouldn't be able to build it in there because there's too much. There's not enough space to build another one in there. This is the house, by the way. That's the house. Let's go to the spawn room a minute. Here we go. Let's go up to the spawn room. This world is 9 years old, everybody. It was created in 2016, so literally in just under a year's time, the world will be 10 years old. That is a mansion. Yeah, but then a mansion's still a house. But a mansion and a house is exactly the same thing. Which is why the official term is a manor house. A mansion and a house is exactly the same thing. This is, yeah. But it's massive. Home 4 walls and a roof. Well, yeah, every house has 4 walls. That's if it only has 3, that's a problem. Hello, Rafza9. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is the house, guys. It's big. It's nice. Look, we've even got a doorbell. Hi, Joe. Name is Rafa. Hello, Rafa. Welcome to the stream. We've even got a Star Wars doorbell. Did you heard about the 16th Doctor is now Billie Piper? That's not been confirmed though. He regenerated into her, but it's not been confirmed. I heard a rumour months ago, 3 weeks before that episode aired. I said to you, are you British? I am. What would you do after this world? Continue it on. After this world hits 10 years, I'll just continue the world on. Yeah. Doctor Who, the Billie Piper thing. I heard a rumour. I read a rumour 3 weeks before that Billie Piper was going to be the next Doctor, and Ncuti Gat will regenerate at the end of the season. I'm glad a lot of people got caught by surprise, but what it's been confirmed is. Are you aware of this, Rafson9? They reshot the Doctor Who season. They refilmed the final. They refilmed the final part of the episode in February. The original ending of the season was the Doctor Ruby, Belinda having a party to celebrate Poppy's life. And to celebrate Poppy's birth. And Susan was watching on from the distance. And that would be the ploy for season 3. That would be the ploy for season 3, Susan. But because Doctor Who was ungreenlit for the next season because of the BBC and Disney, Ncuti Gatwa went and said in December of last year that he couldn't wait forever. He couldn't wait forever for the new season, so they reshot it in February. They reshot it and had his regeneration and had him regenerate, and they had him regenerate, which I don't know whether Billie Piper's a doctor. In my opinion, it felt more like they've done that because Billie Piper is not as busy as Ncuti Gatwa, and Billie Piper would be okay to wait 2 years for a new season of Doctor Who. It feels like, though, I don't know whether she's a doctor or she's just like a filling doctor. I think Billie Piper I reckon Billie Piper could actually be playing Rose. I reckon she could actually be playing Rose, and the TARDIS forced her through. Do you guys know Stampy's lovely word? I do. Yeah. I watched a lot of his initial stuff. I didn't really watch much of it when he was on Bedrock. I'm going to go get some lunch. Yeah, I had chicken soup for lunch. Yeah, the Doctor Who thing's really interesting. So, I quite like the idea of Billie Piper being the Doctor. Oh wait, she was the companion. Now she was the assistant. Now she's a Doctor. I'm just one excited. Yeah. But at the moment, it's not even greenlit for next season. Basically, though, I'm really excited to see the spin-off, which is confirmed, which has been moved to next year, The War Between the Land and the Sea, and they shot some of that. They shot some of that in Wales, I think. Is this an Xbox 360 world? It's a Nintendo Switch. It's a Nintendo Switch Legacy Console Edition world. Same. British flags. We love British flags. We love British flags. We love all flags, but I love British flag the most because, as I said, I'm British. Oh so proud of the famous red, white and blue. I don't care who the Doctor is, I'm so excited. Yeah, I love Doctor Who, but no offence to anyone that's a massive Doctor Who fan. What did everyone think of the next season? I am a massive Doctor Who fan, guys. And I have been since 2005. What did you guys think of the new season? Joking, I add you on Minecraft. I'm not playing Bedrock. What version are you playing? Why is Nightbot not promoting the Discord server today? There it is. I want to pin that. There we go. We have a Discord server, everyone, for my YouTube channel. We have everything in there: films, TV, Minecraft, other video games. Bedrock. I don't really play Bedrock, I'm afraid. I pretty much play Legacy Console Edition mainly. Yeah, what did everyone think of the Doctor Who season? The recent one. Who's your favourite Doctor? Comment in the box. Well, I haven't got a box, but I'll say David Tennant. David Tennant's my favourite, as in the 10th Doctor, because I loved his storyline. Hello, Pixel King. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, David Tennant's my favourite Doctor. And the reason is, Aiden Gamers, Gamer X, is because I loved his concept of... I loved the concept they did with him, as he starts off as this great, lovable character. And then towards the end of his reign as the Doctor... Towards the end of his here of the Doctor, he's so arrogant. And I really like that. Like, he's, you know, he's gone from being this character that's going to that will save anyone, and then basically he then his Doctor changes. 7:30 for me. It's 1:30 for me. The stream would have just started, but I decided to start 25 minutes earlier. Well, 26 I mean. But yeah, the reason I love David Tennant's Doctor so much is because of the narrative. First time I woke up this early. Well, that's normally a time that some people will have to wake up. There was a time in Pixel King when I was 16, I got my first job. I got my first job when I was 16. I had to be at work for 6 in the morning. So I had to wake up at 5:30. I had to start work at 6, so I had to be up at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. 7 o'clock is 7 o'clock is halfway through the morning, pretty much. But then 7 a.m. is quite early to wake up. Wow. I've got to be honest, guys, I didn't wake up till 11 this morning. Well, that's an interesting one. Yeah, Tom Baker is good. Tom Baker's good, but I think he stayed on for Doctor Who 1 year too long. Basically, Tom Baker, he admitted this himself. He hated his last season in Doctor Who because they had a new showrunner who basically... They had a new showrunner who basically wrote, did whatever he wanted, and basically bulldozed the show. Yeah, basically, what was I going to say, guys? I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, with Doctor Who as well. What did everyone think of the last season? Because I've got to be honest, I liked some of the episodes of the last. Basically, I'll admit. I picture the idea of visiting the UK, but I'm worried that if the plane lands there, it'll feel like it's noon for me. It's really late at night, then my sleep schedule gets messed up. But that normally happens. Did you know the artist made the posters now in HD 4K of the original Doctor's Run? Yeah. Can you tell us what these some buildings? Okay. This is all minigames. Basically, this is a circus tent. That's high in the sky. That is the spleef game. That's a spleef game. That's spleef dropper. This is slime. This is slime points. Over there we've got the floating pipe. This is fight the height. Is that what you call it? I believed at the time. I believe quite a bit ago. I believe Minecraft minigames had to guess. So I called it shoot them arrows. Over there we've got gladiator spleef. Bumper cars. Over there, that's King of the Hill. It could be Pixel King. I agree. Over here we got sandy. This is sandy sand. That's high in the sky. That's King of the Hill. Here we go. Fight the height. This is fire, and the whole object of fire is you got to do a parkour thing and put out the higher. There's no fire on that though. That's the snow globe, by the way. That's the snow globe. Looks cool. It looks so much bigger here than when you turn at it. Look. Yeah, the thing with Doctor Who though is the new this is the bridge, that's the pyramid. Over here we've got boat battling, boat racing, dolphin, and then swim with dolphins. That's called this is called Cracked. This is called Lights Out. And this is called Battle Pit. And it's basically a mini game where you battle in a pit, but you can actually follow your opponent through here. But slightly more spread out. Yeah, but his was a classic style world. All this is not spread out. This is all really much on a classic world. Joe? Yes, Rafa's 9. If you have commented something, it hasn't shown up for me. The last comment I got from you was about your profile picture. Let me just open up the stream again, guys. Let me just mute my laptop. It's just giving me a PayPal advert because we just hit monetization, so it's always going to give us adverts. Here we go, let's have a look. No, I haven't got anything. Joe, okay, yeah. Yeah, sometimes comments are... Yeah, what was I going to say, guys? I was going to say something, wasn't I? Now it's season 9, season 7, the third Doctor's collection. Yeah, I do love Doctor Who, but the new season, something I'll admit about the new season. I hate identity politics. I hate identity politics in TV. Like, you want to escape the drama of the real world, and now they put the real world in the show. The Interstellar Song Contest, you could really see that the writer was aiming at trans rights, which, while I didn't really mind because it was I thought the episode I liked the story of the episode. You can't just make that the whole purpose of the episode. People just want to be. People want a story people want stories that they can resonate with, but they want a science fiction story. They want a science fiction story. They don't want a science fiction story about which is essentially yeah, but then that's the thing though, you're 13 years old. Why should you understand? You shouldn't even know you should know who your president is at 13. But you shouldn't say, do you like him? Like, at 13 years old, you don't know anything politically. Like, you don't know anything politically when you're 13 years old. Yeah, I buy 4K films. I buy 4K films quite often, but they're very expensive. They're very expensive in the UK. They're like 24 quid. They're like 24 pound a DVD. They're like £24 a DVD, which is just very expensive. The last 4K film I bought was the other day. I bought the Meg, but I bought it in a second-hand shop for £6. I love film, guys. I love film and TV. So we're actually starting a podcast, guys. I'm starting a podcast called Absolutely Unscripted with Clammative Joe, and we will be talking about reviewing films and TV series and things like that. Maybe I should do a couple of episodes of Doctor Who. Waters of Mars. It's got my name right on it. Maybe I should review episodes of Doctor Who as well. I watched a film the other week, guys. No word of a lie. Some of you might scream, some of you might squeal, but I'm going to express my point. I watched a film the other week, and that's the first time ever I've gone, oh, and was almost sick. It wasn't a horror film. It was a film about a young woman during the Second World War. She saved 12 Jewish people, and she hid them in the SS. She hid them in the SS officer that she was working for. She hid them in his house, and the craziest part about this story, the whole craziest part about this story is that that you saw what made her do it, and she saw a Nazi officer pick up a baby and drop it. I did that a couple of weeks ago, actually, Pixel King. I did that as a stream, but as a stream from my laptop, and the only problem was it was a copy that I ported to my laptop in 2023. So it was a copy I ported to my laptop in 2023, so it didn't have certain builds. It didn't have a couple of builds. It didn't have a few things, but I don't think it had that. But I'm not entirely sure. Well, it'd be lovely to see. Hello, Aisha Majid. Welcome to the stream. It would be lovely to see what it is. Maybe I'll think about that in the future, because I want to port another copy to my laptop soon. Maybe we'll do it in like January time, because then it'd be 3 years since I ported it to my laptop. So I've got a copy of my world from 2016, 2018, 2023, 2024, and then we'll get a copy next year. We'll get a copy of the world next year, because it will be exactly 10 years. It'll be exactly 10 years since we created the world next year. Like, it'll be next year will be crazy, and I want to do something called Project 26, and it's basically we're gonna just go for it and build whatever we want and build just huge projects for 2020 to celebrate 10 years of the world, because I think that's a nice idea. I have a Discord notification from just in the Snapchat. Deceptus just said, are you on the OGCs? I don't, to be honest. I don't really watch unboxing channels, but I'm currently starting my own film review podcast. So basically, I think I might do a couple of episodes of Doctor Who, because that's a show that means so much to my life. So maybe I'll do an episode, guys. Maybe I'll do an episode of my podcast, and it's about, films that mean so much to me. And I think we'll have to do films that mean so much to me. So we would have to stick in Doctor Who. We'd have to stick Doctor Who in. Torchwood. We would have to stick Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, because I really like those films and the books. We would have to stick a few others in as well. Joe, can you see my comments? I haven't seen a comment from you from OK. But let me have a look on the stream a minute, because sometimes comments don't appear in in YouTube Studio. No. Yeah, whatever it is, your comment hasn't shown up. Which is quite bizarre. Yeah, sometimes it happens. YouTube sometimes make it so. What's in this one? Can I potentially can I merge these couple of chests together. Yes, we can. Do you have it on top chat? No, it's on live chat. But then, if you're in YouTube Studio, if you're looking at the stream through YouTube Live Studio, it sometimes doesn't give you all the comments. It's a little bizarre. Thank you to the 70 people that have watched this stream so far. Guys, can I thank you as well? The two latest Survivor Legacy episodes that I've shot, you guys have put over 400 views on each one. I uploaded an episode of Survivor Legacy the other day, and it's just us baking a cake, and you guys have put 400 views on it. It's us baking a cake to celebrate 9 years of the world in Minecraft. Bro, no, I am your only viewer. I support you, mate. I tell my friends to join the stream. Yeah, it's an odd. My streams are odd. Honestly, my streams are odd. Rathson9. My streams are really odd. What they do is the views drop, but it's because it's a small channel. It's a small channel. I've only got 6,000 subs, so it's no, mine or yours or not. Hey Joe, good morning from Texas. Good morning, Skatepunk. You asked me you asked me a question. You should be shocked. I have my own podcast. Oh wait, yeah, so do I. It's called Absolutely Unscripted. You can find it in the podcast section of my channel. I did it. It didn't work very well. My podcast didn't start very well, it didn't start very well. Film appreciation class. Yeah, I started a podcast the other night on film, and I sort of made a mistake with it. I totally forgot that, that some people don't care. So of course, trying to start it on this channel wasn't probably the best option, but then trying to start it on this channel probably wasn't the option, but then I personally thought it was the best place to start it. I only have 645 subs. That's still good though. That's still good. Literally, it took me 9 years to hit 6,000 subs. I created this channel in 2016. It took me 5 years to hit 1,000 subs. From 2018 to 2020, I didn't gain a sub. I had 600 from 2018 to 2020. I didn't gain a sub in 2020 until 2020. So you'll get there. Yeah, Skatepunk, you asked me a question. What was it? The most critical elements of film. Well, it would be mise-en-scene. Mise-en-scene is 5 key elements: the settings, the props, the costume, the makeup, the lighting, and the colour, and the body language, and the positioning of the characters. That's what makes the scene. Mise-en-scene is what makes film. Is what makes film. Because the camera only in film, the camera only sees what's in front of it. Whatever goes wrong happens in the background. Thanks, bro, but I only made my channel 3 years ago, and for 1 year I didn't know screen recording existed. Yeah, but that's 3 years. That's 3 years. It took me. Yeah. Mise-en-scene is the correct term. That's like I think it's French because you had French New Wave. Game a minute, cool. Because of the French New Wave, you had a filmmaking era called the French New Wave. Because you have a thing called auteur theory, and that was a French idea, that the director is the author of the film, and you can tell if they're an auteur from their style. So Steven Spielberg is an auteur. Christopher Nolan is an auteur. because you when you're watching a Christopher Nolan film, you know it's a Christopher Nolan film. When you're watching a Steven Spielberg film, you know it's Steven Spielberg. It's great to know you, Joe, as a fellow film student now. I'm not even a film student anymore. I've got my degree. I'm not qualified to teach people though. A friend of mine in my course tried to do that. You can't see some of my comments, so I was saying messages. Oh, okay. You're much younger than me. I'm not much younger than you. I'm not much younger than you. I'm not much younger than you. You're 28. I'm 23. That's 22 at the moment. I'm not 23 for a while. Well, at least for a couple more months. Yeah, you're not that much younger than older than me. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, well, auteur theory, for example, Tim Burton's one. You know it's a Tim Burton film because of the Gothic style. Another one is Wes Anderson. You know it's a Wes Anderson film because of the colour. Wes Anderson shoots all his films in really, like, bright colours. So if you watch something like the is it the Grand Budapest Hotel or Bucharest? The Grand Budapest Hotel. I know I think it's Wes Anderson. Yeah, you can tell it's the Grand Budapest. I'm gonna put a screenshot in my. I'm gonna put the image in my Discord server. You can tell it's a Wes Anderson film from the colours he uses. He always uses like bright oranges and colours. It's that's what they mean by the auteur theory. I'll make a video saying sub to you because you're British. Oh, thank you. Act like you're my biggest hater for a minute, lol. Biggest hater? I've never hated a person in my life. Actually, no, I have hated one person. He was a bully that kicked me down the stairs, and used to throw my shit about. I have hated one person actually, but I don't hate you. I do hate one person. I once got kicked down the stairs, guys. I had someone that was about, when I was like 14, guys. When I was like 14, I was like 5'1". When I was like 14, I was like 5'1". We had a guy in my class that was like 6'4", and he just went and kicked me down the stairs. My podcast is called Gaming Minute. Yeah, I read that. Bro, shit, that a bully. It is. Yeah, so this guy was like 6'4", probably 250 pounds. He decided to give me a boot in my back. Despite a boot in my back, I went down a flight of stairs, and despite the fact that, I'm at the time I was 5 foot. At the time I was 5'1", probably 80 pounds. So I had a foot come in from someone that was already 16 inches taller, at 170 pounds heavier. Yeah, I mean, straight in the back. Dodgy ankle. Very painful. I still got a dodgy ankle now from that, but who gives a damn? I can still walk, I can still talk, I can still walk. Boom. Anyway, yeah. The thing with film is film is very much an art form. You can express yourself with film. So I'm doing something. I want to do something with film. I want to use. I've got a teddy elephant with me. I've got a teddy elephant, guys, and I've had it for over 20 years. I've had it since I was one. Since I was one. And I've always liked the idea of I give him a little cameo in each film, and you guys have got to try and find it as an Easter egg. Hello, the dance panda. Welcome to the stream. In each short film I do or film, you've got to try and find the elephant. You've got to be like, and you get like a little card or something. You get like little elephant stickers, and you've got to try and We're going to try and find where he is. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Do you have iMessage? I do not. I don't have an iPhone. I do have Discord though, everyone. We do have a Discord server pinned in the comments section. Pinned in the live chat. Hello, Extreme Edits. Welcome to the stream. I've got a really itchy ear, guys. This stream won't be long tonight because Everton are on tonight and I want to watch them play in the Caribou Cup because it's the first Caribou Cup game at the new stadium. My football team have a new stadium. It's called the Hill Dickinson and it's on the side of the river. It looks really nice. And I was trying to say I don't have an iPhone. Yeah, I hate iPhone. I hate Apple. I hate iPhones because they're designed to break, and basically Apple overcharged for repairs as well. Somebody I know, their computer broke, and Apple said it would take £800 to fix. And then, you know, I said to a friend of mine, I said, why not just take it to a local computer fixer? They'll fix it for £20. It's not that British people hate iPhones. I think Apple are just scummy, and I think Apple just are a law upon themselves. And if you don't know what a law upon themselves means, everybody, it means that they basically just do whatever they want. So there was a guy in the British government, that Dominic Cummings, who was basically Boris Johnson's advisor. He reportedly was a bit like that, a law upon himself. Basically, did whatever he wanted. That's what the article said. That's what a TV show aired him as. But then a law upon themselves basically means that they take the law upon themselves and basically they do whatever they do whatever they want, regardless of whether they can do it or not. I agree. Samsung is way better. In fact, I am an avid Samsung user, guys. I used to have Samsung cameras, but now I switched to Canon for cameras. But Samsung is an amazing service. There was a Syrian guy there was a guy from Syria who was in my friend's Discord server. He was absolutely pro Apple, and he said on Apple I could. Sorry, that was the sound of my sister screaming. No, yeah. So there was a Syrian guy who was in my friend's Discord server. He turned around and said, on my iPhone, I can send pictures to another device. I said, yeah, you can do that in every fucking phone. He goes, no, you can't. I'm like, yes, you can. I'm like, I think it's one of those. I think he was a bit thick, but on my iPhone, I can send photos to another phone. I'm like, yeah, you can do that on fucking any phone. I'm like, and then he was like, what? Then he suddenly realised, yeah, that I was right. And then he was like, but I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, but that's just a bizarre thing to say. But it's like he was like, I did make this joke, and I don't know whether I should make it. I said it's like he's in bed with the fucking CEO of Apple. Oh, Apple's this, Apple's great. Apple is great. You must say Apple's great. But I found it hilarious. Should I act as your biggest hater for a minute? Nah, we don't need haters. We don't need hate. Everyone should just share the love. That's what we do on this channel. We don't promote hate. We share love. That's what we do on this channel. Everyone else can share hate on anyone else's channels, but this one we share love. And we share the love. I was joking. Yeah, I know you were joking. But I made that joke before about everyone should share the love. I made this joke a while back that everyone should share the love. I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you. It's really kind of you. Yeah, I had a comment a while back, and basically a guy asked me YouTube advice, and then basically because I give him a shout out under the thing of let everyone share the love, basically this guy commented again, as you want another shout, and as you said, share the love, and I didn't give him another shout out because I thought he was taking a mockery. But this guy, he asked me YouTube advice and was a bit cocky with it. He got 36,000 views on a video after I gave him advice, and he went, "Oh, I'm going to be bigger than you. I'm going to get monetized." And I said to him, "Well, hang on, you're not going to get monetized because you're uploading other people's shorts without permission." And honestly, this guy did not know that it's illegal to do that. Like, you can go to prison for that. You can go to prison for stealing and uploading other people's content without permission. Hello, Wyatt Dickinson. An infinite paradox. Look, it's a paradox. I mean, you can if you want. That would be pretty funny. It's a paradox. We're in the loop. We're in the loop. We're in the loop. We're in the loop. It sounds like we're living in the Yellow Submarine. We're living in a loop. In a loop. Na 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 na. So what was it? Na 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 na. We're living in a loop. In a loop. Na 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 na. We're living in a loop. In a loop. In a loop. We're living in a loop. Yeah, what was I gonna say, everybody? I was gonna make a joke, but then I've sorry, a fly's just gone in my mouth. Oh god. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm back. Sorry, I had to cough the fly up. Oh. Oh my, I swallowed a fly. Joe, what was the last film you watched that emotionally moved you? And I thought of Thread. Yeah, Thread is an emotional film. Actually, there's another film that I found really emotional recently. It was a film called Arena's Vow. And there was a scene in it that literally got me, and I literally was led in bed. I'll be honest, I was led in bed, and then suddenly when I saw this scene, I actually jolted upwards. I shot up. I was like, oh. And it was a scene called Arena's Vow. Arena Goots was a Polish woman in the 1930s. She was 20. She was 19, studying to be a nurse, and she was 19 studying to be a nurse, and then the Germans invaded Poland. But she was in the Soviet part, so she got like abused by she got gang raped by the Soviets. She escaped into the German occupied zone, couldn't find her mother or her siblings, and she was off, gave a job. She was given a job and working for a hotel, and the Nazi officer she fainted in front of a Nazi officer, and basically he basically made her to be his cleaner. She made her be his cleaner. Yeah, hello, Tyrese Hall. Sorry, I read your comment, but I was halfway through mentioning about why I found this film so emotional. Basically, this SS officer offered her a job, and he wasn't like a Nazi per se. Like, he was an old German. He was like in his late 60s. He was an old German officer, like an old World War One officer. So he didn't agree with the going and hunting them down and just shooting everybody and killing everybody. But they had Jewish people working for them, and when Irina Gut, while she was collecting vegetables, the Germans were brought out. The German army cleared the streets, so her and another woman walked into her and another woman walked into a house, and they saw a Nazi officer about to shoot a woman. Oh, you don't want your baby to drop, do you? Or something like that, as he was about to shoot her. So he took the baby, dropped it to the floor and stamped on it. And that scene, literally, I was like, I was watching it, and I just suddenly, I jolted. I actually jolted forward and was like, oh. And I contemplated then whether I was going to watch the rest of this film. I contemplated whether I was going to turn this film off, and I'm glad that I didn't, because the real life Irina Gut saw this baby killed like that, and then she went and saved people, and that whole film, it was very interesting film. Irina's Vow, it's on Amazon. It stars Sophie Niels, who was a Canadian actress. Canadian actress. She was in The Book Thief. She was the main character of The Book Thief. She was in that, and then it was Doug Ray Scott, a Scottish actor, who was in played. Who's Doug Ray Scott played? Played Jacob Kane in Batwoman, but he also played he also played Matt Busby in the film United. Should I mention it in my film class? Well, it's a very interesting film. It's a very emotional film as well. It's a very emotional film. Like that scene with the baby absolutely got me, because I didn't expect them to go and air that. You didn't actually see you saw the officer's boot you saw the baby dropped, and then the officer's boot go down. But obviously there was no baby in there, but it was just the scene of the intent. I thought, finale. Like, and then you see the woman get shot too. I was like, finale, just like, that's brutal. And the SS officer actually found the Jewish people that she hid, and in it she basically offered to become his mistress to save them, and yeah, so he hid it. The SS officer hid it because she become his the girl become his mistress. You're 19 in 12 hours and 25 to 26 minutes. Blimey, so day and a half, so it's 12 in the after. No, yeah. So it's 12 at night for you? It's got 12 at night? Yeah, yeah, what was I going to say? So, 9:07 p.m. It's 9:07 p.m., so 12 hours then. But then wouldn't it be that, so it's not, is it tomorrow then, or is it the day after? Or are you saying exactly the minute you were born? I'm back. Sorry, had to quickly go away a moment. Oh, hello, Swiss Rex. There's a few films I can think of, actually, Skate Punk. There's two films I can think of. I can think of two great good films. Wonder and Whitebird. I'm going to talk about these in a podcast episode on my on my absolutely unscripted. I'm going to do that because Wonder is a great film. Then Whitebird is a sequel. It's a sequel to it, but it's a sequel, but it's also a prequel at the same time. Oh, but then so yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what you were saying, because I find that really odd. Normally, I just say, normally with me, I say my birthday, I turn 9, I always say I turn however old at midnight, because that's exactly the day I was born. I don't go by the minute. That's why I was a bit confused. I can't live stream because I don't know how to not do voice. I don't show my voice on YouTube. No, you do it with no mic. If you don't have a mic connected, you don't stream. I think, I don't know though. Depends what you're streaming through, to be honest. If you're streaming through OBS, you can uncheck the mic. If you're streaming through other stuff, you can do the same, I would imagine. Yeah, but I hope you have a good birthday. Oh. Do 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 do. Do 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 bam 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 boom bam boom bam bing bang boom ba boom 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 bing bong ba 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 bing bong bing ba bing ba bing bong boom bing bing bong bing ba 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 boom bam bing bong bing bong boom ba bing bing bong bing bang bing boom ba bing ba bang bong bing bang bing bong bang ba boom ba boom. No, I just have the voice and it said it will hear around you even if I don't it before with no voice. I don't know. I wouldn't know then. La 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 la. La la la. Bloody hell guys, I'm yawning. Oh, perfect. Let's just check a notification. Thank you to the people who subscribed, by the way. As it stands, we are within 53 subscribers of hitting 6,800, and within 300, and we are within 253 of hitting 7,000. I think we can do this. I think we can hit 7,000 subs by the end of this year. If we do that, we will have picked up 2,000 subs by the end of it. If we were to do that, guys, we would have picked up 2,000 subs this year. As it stands, we've picked up 1,600. We've picked up 1,600 subs, 1,700 subs this year, which is just absolutely spellbinding, really. 2025, we've picked up 1,700. We've picked up 216,000 views, guys. Which, that is 110. That is 120. That's 121. That's 122,000 more views than we got all of last year. And you guys have done that in 8 months. Inception Junior. Yeah. When I get a dip from the dew. ba bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 boom. My entire channel has 461,000. That's still good though, because I think your channel's much younger than mine is. That's still good for a channel that's... It depends how old your channel is. Well, your channel's your channel was created in 2009, according to that, when I just looked at it. So your channel technically is 7 years older than mine, actually. But if I click some... That's weird. It doesn't have the old button. It doesn't have the button taking it to old. It doesn't have the feature. You didn't have the feature then taken to old. Yeah, that's weird. Well, that's why. But technically, if you look at your content, all the videos go back a year. All the live streams go back. All the live streams go back to 7 months, and no idea when this short come out. This is the earliest short, and that says 2024. So you've got 400,000 in a year. Yeah, way back then, my mum uploaded a video of her explaining clothing diapers. I'm Mojang, please watch me. Well, we'll have a look, but then I can't watch your stream. Watching that Climate of Joe, I can't watch your stream and, you know, keep an eye on what's going on in mine. But we'll have some fun, guys. So it's basically a paradox of where you can hear me, I can... It's basically a paradox. Not really a paradox, but then... It would be a paradox, actually, because I would be able to hear myself. Yeah. It's an evidence where someone's live streaming your stream. Yeah, yeah, what I mean, Pixel King, is 461,000 views in a year is really, really good. In the last year and a bit. Literally... You've only really uploaded stuff in the last year. It took me... In my first year on YouTube... Pixel King, I got just 3,000 views. So that's very good. I have 60 views in a week. Congratulations. Yeah, starting with shorts is the way to go. It says one person, me, is it you? Well, I do have it on. Yeah. Yeah, let me just comment hi or something. There you go. But I can't keep watching it though, because I've got to try and manage this stream as well. There we go. Yeah, what was I going to make a joke about? I wasn't... Yeah, starting with shorts is the way to go, Tyrese. That's the way to go. Starting with shorts is the way to go. I wish YouTube Shorts had existed when I started, but they didn't. But that was the bulk of my starting on YouTube. My YouTube channel starting to blow up was caused by shorts in 2020. In fact, guys, I woke up on my 18th birthday with 200 more subs because it was like a little birthday present from YouTube. I woke up on my 18th birthday in 2020 and I'd hit 900 subs, and I'd picked up I had 750, and I think I woke up with 950, and I was like, what? I've got 950 subs. Like what? And then suddenly, what had happened is this. What had happened is this YouTube short. Yeah, what had happened was this YouTube short had taken off. Yeah, what had happened was this YouTube short had taken off. Yeah, what had happened, guys, is this YouTube short had taken off. And it had got 9,000 views. So on my birthday, I'd broken my most viewed video, came close to hitting 1,000 subs, and then we hit 1,000 subs like a week later. We hit 1,000 subs on January 5th, 2021. No idea why I hit. No idea. Did I just say 2021 or 2001? Like, if I hit it in 2001, then fucking hell, because I wasn't born. Like, incredible, really. Oh. Sorry, I'm a bit yawny. Knackered. This won't be a long stream tonight, guys, because I'm I want to watch a match, because I want to watch a match tonight. The football team I support are playing tonight. What time is it in the UK? It's 20 past 2. It's 20 past 2 in the afternoon. There's a match I want to watch tonight at 7 o'clock, so that this stream won't be ridiculously long, because Everton are playing in the Carabao Cup tonight, and they're playing Mansfield Town, so I want to watch the game. Basically, all the Carabao Cup games this season are on TV. Are on Sky, are going to be on TV. So, I'm going to try and watch Everton tonight, because they're playing Mansfield Town, and I hope they win. A couple of the Premier League teams went out last night. Bournemouth went out to Brentford. Leeds went out to Sheffield Wednesday. And Sunderland went out to Huddersfield. Sheffield Wednesday was such an interesting one. Sheffield Wednesday have literally no professional players. Sheffield Wednesday have literally no professional players at the moment. At the moment, Sheffield Wednesday pretty much have no professional players. The fans are boycotting it because the owners basically... the owners taking all the money out of the club. And... do you have a chateau? A castle? Yes, I do. Hello, Kairos. Welcome to the stream. If not, you should build one. A chateau. We're lucky that I understand what the French word for castle is. So, I do have a castle. We can go there. Can you please come again? It had to reload. Sorry to interrupt. That's alright. Oh, I've got cramp in my knee, guys. Anyway, let's just quickly, before we do anything, let's just quickly cross this river. I've got cramp in my knee, guys. Ouch. La 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 la. Cool. Yeah. I might stream on my birthday this year. I did last year. What's that? What? 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought that was 5 then. It wasn't. It's 4. Yeah, Kairos, I do have a castle. It's just or a chateau. It's just that it's quite far away, so we're gonna head there. But we've got to take a little bit of a trip at the moment to get there, because the nearest castle is literally over here. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Do do. Ba bum ba bum ba bum ba boom boom. Joe, just not mind if you interrupt. Yeah. It's not really interrupting, is it, with commenting? Because there's always a chance I might not see that comment until after I've finished speaking. Sometimes I won't read out someone's comments if I'm discussing a point. Here we go. Here's our castle. Kairos. Here's our castle. Oh god, my back. Also, I was gonna say something, but now I forgot what I was gonna say. Does it sound alright? My mic broke the other day. It suddenly started to fix itself, but I've had to take all the stands off and stick it on a DVD for it to actually stay connected. Are you scared of the paranormal? No, I'm not. I'm more intrigued. I'm not scared of it. I'm more intrigued by it, to be honest. But it depends what people are scared of, though. I like the castle. Thank you. The paranormal doesn't scare me, though. What scares me is just, what scares me is things like I don't like snakes. I really don't like snakes. They scare me. But paranormal, no. What? I have been to haunted places before. Never really seen anything, though. Well, apart from this cave. Yeah, that wouldn't be me, because I don't do face reveals and things like that. I don't do face reveals. Just, I don't see the point in them. I don't see the point in face reveals, because it's like, if I'm streaming Minecraft, why do you guys need to know that I got a double chin? But it's an interesting one. Front facing away from you. But the thing is, though, Tyrese, what I would do with that, I would do something completely different with that. And you need a... I think you still... And you need a 7... I don't need anything, really. You never need anything, really. 7,000 subs is a dream. It's not something that you need. What I would do, Tyrese... I would take the piss, though, really, with that. If I was going to make it look that I was live... If I was going to look like I was live doing the... If I was going to make it look like I was doing something live, I would actually not do it live. I would film it, make it look like it was a live stream, and then I'd go and edit it and add even more horrific things in. I would basically short film it. Or you just give me an idea. First person short film. You just gave me an idea. First person short film, but it's all about a guy going into a haunted house. I have heard of it, yeah. I have heard of that. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit yawny. Yeah, it is. It was in London. Not that long ago. Right, we're gonna go to that house. We're gonna go to the Hobbit house here and sleep there. Jump into this bed. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, guys, I got cramp. So. It's really warm and sunny for me, so I'm starting to stick to the sofa. Sofa? I'm not on a sofa. I'm starting to stick to my chair. Ding ding. Can you do a ham reveal? Why? Why would you want a hand reveal? Hello, Dark Shadow. Welcome to the stream. We're currently on Legacy Console Edition of Minecraft. That's just a bit weird. It is a bit weird. Yeah, I don't get things like that. I don't understand face reveals. Like, why do you guys need to know that I've got 3 chins and fat? I am joking. I don't have 3 chins. I have 2. No, you're not, Dark Shadow. The world's ugliest face is the world's ugliest face is mine. No one's ugly. No one's actually ugly. Your goal is 1K. Cool. Nah, bro. No one's actually ugly. Look. Yeah, but then the thing is, A guy who watches my streams thought Casio was like 100 kg. There's no way he's 100 kg. There's no way that guy's 100 kg. A guy on my stream thought he was 100 kg. Yeah, someone thought Casio was 100 kg on my stream. Yeah, there's no way Casso, whatever his name is, there's no way he's 100 kg because I'm 93 and he's probably like 140. I mean, I'm 93 kg and I look pretty good. I don't look ridiculously fat, so yeah, in the spelling altogether it sounds like Casio. I show speed. I find him more annoying than funny. I don't know what people see in him. No offense to him, but I find him more annoying than funny. Oh, well, at least she knows. Yeah, so there's no way Queso's 100 kg when I'm 93 and he looks much better. I think he's really tall as well, so he could be like 150 kg or something like that. Well, he's definitely not normal. He's definitely not normal. Like the thing with I Show Speed, when I watched I Show Speeds, when I first watched one of his clips back in like 2022, my first comment was, this guy looks like he's just escaped from a mental hospital. As in like a loony asylum. Because he doesn't look sane. Guy, you have an earthquake? Oh. Yeah, I hope you have a good birthday, Tyrese. 30,000 kg. Do you know what 30,000 kg is? 30,000 kg. 30,000 kg is like, that's like a million pounds or something like that. That's 66,000 pounds. Yeah, but he didn't take off till he was like 17, but I just always found him weird, so I'm not subscribed to him. I found his content really weird. With him though, I think he gets weirder for views. I reckon he's one of those that, just did weird shit for views and now he can't get out of it. I mean, if I see someone barking at me in public, I'm not going, oh, he's just doing it for YouTube. I'm going, where's the men in white coats? To be honest, if I jump, I cause an earthquake. Well, if I see that in front of me, my eyes would be very funny on camera. It'd be like, the fuck is this? Is this a mental hospital? Or is this a shop for the loonies? There's a better way to grow on YouTube than acting like you've forgotten to take your meds. Like, no offense, everyone, but there is a better way to growing on YouTube than acting like you forgot your meds for the day. That's the thing. Some people don't get embarrassed, so some people don't get embarrassment. But that's just race. That's just racist, Tyrese. To be honest, that's just racist. It's very. It's kind of offensive, and I think a bit racist. You're one of the nicest people. No, I am actually overweight though. But then that's the problem though. Rath's a 7. Rath's a 9. 7. I meant to say 9. Yeah. But if people are really overweight and people say they're not overweight, that's not. It depends on your height and your age, Dark Shadow. It depends on your height, your age. It depends on how tall you are and your age, I think. No. Yeah, what I was saying, everyone. Yeah. Telling people they're not fat can be an issue sometimes, because you've got some people that are generally fat and they don't believe it. 5'11". Does that say 5'11" or does that say 5'1"? I can't tell. Am I fat? No, you're beautiful. Weighs 500 kg. Yeah, that's what I mean. You've got some people. There's a woman that claims. There's this young woman. There was this woman that Piers Morgan was interviewing, and she said you're fat to him because he was 200 pounds, and he said, well, you're 350 and 5'4", and she was like, well, I'm not fat. I'm like, well, that's bad, being 350 pounds and 5'4". There's a thing. It's okay to be fat, which is 100% true. But then there's a point when how much is too fat. Joe is the only streamer I watch. Do you have a moderator? I do. We have about 4 or 5 moderators, but it's just that a couple of them are American. Nightbot's not really a bot. Nightbot can do stuff. Nightbot is a bot that basically Nightbot says whatever I tell him to say. So right now he's promoting my book stuff. So I write novels in my spare time. I write novels in my spare time and publish them on Amazon. So Nightbot's promoting my novels at the moment and promoting the Discord server. Gotta go watch Sam and Colby. Bye. Goodbye, Tyrese. Thank you for joining the live stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, what I mean, Dark Shadow, is it depends. Did you say you were 5'11"? Yeah, you said you think you might be underweight. Yeah, 5'11", I think. So 5'11", that's 180 centimeters, isn't it? That's 180 centimeters. 80 what? Is that 180 centimeters? Anything. So yeah, that's tall. That's classed as tall. That's taller than the average adult male by 4 inches. And it depends on your height as well. It depends on your age as well. So if you're like, why does everyone measure height? Because some people grow. It depends on your age. Depends on your age. It depends on your age. So after. It depends on how old you are, Dark Shadow. So if you're like, I'm gonna say you're like 16, just at a guess. I'm gonna say you're like 16 at a guess. At 6, mainly people that check their height. Mainly people that check their height weekly. They're young, 13, 14, 15, and that's because they grow every week. 14, 5'11" at 14. Fucking hell. Sorry. Jesus, you're a lot taller than I was at your age. As in, you are much, much taller than I was at your age. When I was your age, because I was 14 in 2015. I was 14 2016. Yeah. But yeah. So. Yeah, literally, when I was your age, I was 5'1". when I was your age, I was 5'1", so you're almost a foot taller than me. Then you're a foot taller than I was at your age. So that's 10 inches. Yeah, so you're 10 inches taller than I was when I was your age. Yeah, what was I going to say? Visibility, true. But then as well, it can be. So I can say from that you're probably going to be over 6 foot, probably between 6'3" and 6'4", because that's massive at 14. Like, you're 4 inches taller than the average adult male. Yeah, but then also as well, you said you might be underweight, but I think it depends what you weigh as well. If you're like 60 kg or something, if you're like 60 kg or something like that, that isn't too bad. Wow. A healthy weight for someone that's 5'11" is 64 kg. It's like 64 kg is the average, is a healthy weight for someone that's. I can see my ribs. Yeah, that means you're skinny. That means you're skinny, but then you can be skinny and healthy. When I was younger, I could see my ribs. When I was younger, I can see my ribs, but that doesn't mean being underweight. So I was ridiculously underweight when I was younger. So when I was 14, I was 5'1", and was like third. Is difference between skinny and underweight? I gotta think about that a minute. Skinny describes physical appearance of being thin, while underweight is clinical health status defined by low body mass index. But it depends, like, I was really skinny when I was younger. So when I was younger, I think I was 5'1". So for example, yeah, when I was younger, so for example, when I was 14, I was 5'1" and 31 kg. Literally. That, well, my height played it. My height at the time played into that. But then also as well, you're 14. You pick up weight and muscle as you grow older. And plus, you don't need to worry about certain things like that because, as I said, you're 14, but also you're tall. Like, you're 2 inches taller than I am, despite the fact that you're 14. And you're 14, so that plays a part as well. Oh, if you left it, and that I should change my name to. Yeah. So it plays a role. Your age, your height plays a role in it. Wow. A difference. Wow. I was born in 2002, so I find it weird that kids born in 2011 are now 14. I find that weird. I'm like, well, I can remember a time before they existed. So it feels weird for me. But basically as well, kids seem to be getting taller nowadays. I was going somewhere the other day and there was a 13-year-old that went past me that was like 6'2". I was born 2001. So, you're a year older than me, Rafza. You're a year older than I am. I wouldn't have thought you were 24, Rafza. I would have thought, like, probably 17, 18. But yeah, what the difference is as well, people are taller now. Yeah, but that's the that's social media. That I was actually born 2003, so you're a year younger than me. Blimey. Well, you might not be. You could be a couple of months actually. Saying that. Me 2011. No, what I mean though is it's social media now. Youngish children now. Rafsa, I just sorry. Dark Shadow. I just watching whatever they want. They're just watching whatever they want on YouTube. They're watching things they shouldn't. So they're watching things that they shouldn't and then saying things in public, which is immature. Like, honestly, last night, I was sat at my desk. I had the blinds closed. I have Legacy Edition. Cool. Last night, I was sat at my desk. I was working and I was doing some work on my computer for some bits I was doing. And I saw a 14 or 15-year-old kid run up the street doing a Nazi salute. And shouting, you know, bloody hail the German leader. And other kids came past laughing. I thought, well, that's just that's immature, you know. How many people died to Hitler? I mean, how many people died, you know, how many people died to, their stereotypes. Yeah, stereotypes always exist. Stereotypes have always existed. There was There's always going to be stereotypes. A stereotype in the UK is everyone in America's fat. Stereotypes are... Yeah, he's been subscribed to me for weeks. Stereotypes are everything. There's stereotype. The stereotype in the UK is everyone's fat and stupid, which kids that gang up on you. Yeah, that's not stereotype. That's not stereotyping. That's just bullying. Stereotyping and bullying are completely different things. A stereotype sometimes can be used as just identification. That's normally the other way around, though, Dark Shadow. That's normally the other way around. Normally it's a tall person mocking the other people for being short. That's bizarre. I've never seen that before. Normally it's the other way around. Types of shortcut kids. I don't know. Just that's what it's called then. Average school kids. By the way, be back for 2 minutes. That's alright. But yeah, normally it's the other way around. Normally it's a tall kid bullying the shorter kids for being short. Well, that's what it was when I was in school. Oh, God, my eyesight, guys. My eyes are tired. But normally it's the other way around. No, this is This is pure survival. This is absolutely pure survival. As I said, I've played this world since 2016. I've played this world since 2016, so it's just, this is pure survival. Thank you to the people who've subscribed and watched my latest video. We've got quite a few. Dang, you're good at Minecraft. Thank you for the British flag. I love the British flag. Absolutely love that flag. I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking, guys. I do love the British flag because I'm British. You've got to love your country, but people are being told nowadays it's wrong to love your country, but it's right for everyone. But it's wrong for British people to love their country, but if you go and speak to anyone else, they're allowed to love their country. It's wrong for British people to not love their country, but then it's right for every other country to like their country. That I say, I find it hilarious. Because it's Legacy Console Edition, this was discontinued in 2016. This was discontinued in 2018. I've played 7 years on a Minecraft version that hasn't had an update. This is 1.12. I haven't had an update since 1.12 on this world. I haven't had an update since 1.12 on this world. So, yeah, it's only officially I haven't had it. What the hell was that? It's a dog. It scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a zombie. But then we're also on. I love Minecraft Beta 1.73, that's from 2014. The first update I played was 1.8. That was 1.8. That was the first ever update I played. I can remember all the others: 1.9, 1.10, 1.11, 1.12, 1.13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 21. Well, you don't know anymore because they've gone shit with it now. I don't even know what update we're on now. All I want to see is the end update, guys. Then I'll be happy. But the problem is they do everything bar that end update. Oh, PlayStation 3 world. Yeah. I think PlayStation 3's first update was the update that changed the world. There's some people that hated that update, so they accidentally shifted all the biomes around in that update. So there was one, no hunger, despite no hunger. Yes, hunger hadn't been added yet. That the hunger bar had been added when I played Minecraft. I think this is the update before. But the one thing about Minecraft though, IBX Toycat, for example, was one of them. His update Adventures world. His desert became a IBX Toycat, his update Adventures Let's Play world. It basically, when the update to change the world happened, he had a desert that's changed to a different biome, so it started to rain in the desert. Wii U. I started this world on Wii U in 2016, and then I ported this to Bedrock a year and 8 days later, in August 30th, 2017. I mean, this world has been on the world. This world would have been on the world. This world would have been on Legacy with Switch. This world would have been on Switch for 8 years. Joe, add me to your server. This isn't a server, so it's a random world on Legacy Console Edition. Unless you're talking about the Discord server, which you can click the link via the Nightbot the comment. Well, building a dirt house still looks good nowadays. I would imagine. Let's just. I'm gonna put my controller down for 2 minutes because I just want to think. I've just seen a dirt hut, but it requires a lot more work. I don't think so. Really, with dirt. I don't know. In Next it was what blocks can I use it. Now it's what blocks look the most like it. That is true. People are too specific nowadays. $153 people have watched this stream, guys. That's lovely. Thank you. As it stands, we're going to see if we can hit 250,000 views by the end of the month, by the end of the year. As it stands, we're 34,000 views away. How many views have we got this month, guys? Let's have a look. I want to see how many views we got this month, because I want to thank all of you guys for your incredible spirit. 17,500. So, yeah, let's aim for 200,000 then. We've got 4 months to go, and if we're getting 17,000 every month, so 17,000 times 4 is 68,000. I think we can do it. We're going to see if we can hit 300,000 views for this month. For this year, which would be this will be a huge year. I'm setting my sights now, guys. I want to get a video with 100,000 views. My whole aim from now on is I want to try and get us a video. I want to get a video on this channel which has 100,000 views. Right, let's have a think. I want to get a video with 100,000 views, guys. We've got one with 50,000. We've got one with 22,000. We've got one with 33. Got one with 44, and we got one with 52. I want to get a video with 100,000 views. That would be amazing if we could do that. My whole aim, because we're closing down on 220,000 views this year, I want to aim to see if we can hit 500,000 next year. I just made a post. Cool. I want to see if we can get 500,000 views for next year. That would be an incredible concept. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Yeah, I'm just thinking, guys. I think it'll be interesting. We're going to see if we can hit 500,000 views for the whole year next year. But I've just applied for a job, so I might not be streaming as much in the future. Because as much as I love YouTube and monetization, I'm not making enough to live off, guys, or earn a revenue from. I'm only making about £5 a month. I'm only making a couple of pounds a month. What's my favourite movie? V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta. It's a couple. There's a couple. Zulu, 1964. V for Vendetta. I really like as well. There's a couple because I'm a massive film fan. I love all three Johnny English films. I love V for Vendetta. Well, there's a lot of films I like, but V for Vendetta is one of my favourite films. Like, if I ever see it's on, like, I'm watching it. But I reviewed the Minecraft movie in my podcast, but I hated it. I'll be honest, I hated the Minecraft movie. I hated the storyline. I hated the storyline. The Minecraft movie, I hated the storyline. I hated some of the graphics. But what I hated about it is the storyline was all over the place. it seemed to be that they would. It seemed to be that they were rushing it. The whole film felt rushed. The first 20 minutes feels like an hour, and the last hour feels like 20 minutes. What about the Minecraft movie? That's my. I did a review on it on my film podcast I've just started on this YouTube channel, and my problem with the Minecraft movie is I think it should have. I think it should have bombed at the box office because I thought the storyline was terrible. The storyline was lazy. It was all over the place. Emma Myers and Danielle Brooks, the two of them are literally useless in that film. They literally aren't even in half of it. Literally, for the film itself, Emma Myers and Danielle Brooks, they literally have no purpose apart from right at the start and right at the end. And then Jason Momoa's character, I think Jason Momoa, like, his character works, but as everyone watched it, he should have died. Jason Momoa, his character should have died in that film. Inception Jr., literally, I need you to step out the way so I can put that wall back. Yeah, Jason Momoa, his character of Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, he should have died in that film when on the bridge. On the bridge scene, he should have died. I won't blame him, but then if you did blame me for not liking a film, then that's kind of bad. Because if you blamed me for not liking a film, then that's very petty. Because basically, I'm a qualified film critic, and my problem with that film, with the Minecraft movie, was the storyline was all jumpy, and it did feel like that they were coming up with ideas on the spot. Super Mario Bros. can't pass judgments because I haven't watched it. But the only thing that I would put is Chris Pratt should never have played Mario. Because they should have gone for an Italian actor, because Mario is an Italian character. I like Chris Pratt, but I don't think he was the right choice. Because Mario's an Italian character, and Chris Pratt's not Italian. It's the same as thing. Should a non-gay actor play a gay character? That's a thing they've been talking about in recent times. But why have I not watched it? Because I just haven't. I haven't watched the Super Mario movie. I haven't watched every. I don't have the time to watch every film. I was joking. It isn't my favorite. Yeah, no, I just said that the Minecraft. Yeah, the Minecraft movie is. The Minecraft movie is not the best. It's not the best film I've ever seen. It's a fun film, but as a film student and a film critic, as a person that studied film for 6 years and has a Bachelor of Science in it, I went into that film as a film critic. And when I was watching it, I was like, the film looked unprofessional. There's a scene which you can see the green screen's really visible. There's a scene and you can clearly see that Jack Black's on the green screen. And I'm like, well, that's unprofessional. My uni lecturer would have absolutely killed me. My uni lecturer would have killed me if I'd have left part of the green screen on a college uni short film. But the fact that a professional film, which has a budget of 150 million, left the green screen in, when I was watching that, I thought that's appalling, because they've got £150 million budget. They've got one of the best. They got some of the best editors and things in the world. Because it made sense. It made sense. He jumps off the bridge to say he basically sacrifices himself to save the character of Henry, and then I think the ending is better. I think the ending's better if he dies, because Henry uses his debt. Uses the it's an emotional impact on Henry. Somebody died saving him, and then then going into the end bit, him saving the day is more egged on by the fact that someone died to save him, and it acts as more as he's basically now determined to avenge the character's death. But Jason Momoa's character coming back later on and saving him again takes away from the meaning of the earlier save. The earlier save happened straight after they'd had an argument, after he called him like a scumbag and a cheater and things like that, and like a douchebag. It takes away from the initial save by having him come in and doing it again. I don't think it worked. I don't think the second save was necessary. I think he should have died. And then it acts more of an emotional impact. Him coming back away makes the emotional impact of earlier on not as good. And it doesn't work as well. And it takes away from the meaning, like, you know, that you wouldn't have thought that he would have saved him. You wouldn't have thought that Garrett would have saved Henry after Henry called him a, you know, like a douchebag for basically wanting all the diamonds to go and save his ass in the real world from, you know, obviously all his debt and things like that. Which I think kind of works. It kind of works better if he dies, I think. But does anyone else agree with me, or what's your guys' opinions on that? Pardon me, I just burped. I just burped again. Sorry. That chicken soup's decided to come back to haunt me. Oh. Do. Thank you to the person who subbed, by the way. As it stands, we are 52 subscribers off 6,800. And 252, I think, 7,000. If we were to hit that by the end of the year, that would be amazing. A monolith, we could build that in the future. I don't know. What's your favourite music disc? Ooh, Cattle Chirp, I think. Cattle Chirp. I haven't really paid attention to any of the newer ones. I didn't like Lena Raine's Pig Step. I thought Pig Step sounded awful. There were some people that were like, oh, it sounds really cool. I'm like, does it? It sounds awful to me. It sounds like a train wreck. No offence. No offence to her, but I thought her Minecraft music was awful. I've liked some of her other ones weren't too bad. I just thought Pig Step was absolutely awful. Relic, is that the new one? One of the newer ones? I don't think I've heard of that one. Well, when I move this world to Bedrock, because unlike a lot of people that hate Legacy, I don't hate Bedrock. I just prefer Legacy. When I move this world to Bedrock, which I probably won't do for a while, I won't do it for at least another year. But when I do move it to this world to Bedrock, it's weight. Okay, yeah. Right. It used to be called Where Are We Now? Yeah. Yeah. 65-year-old Jeremy Clarkson has banned several high-profile names from his pub, including the Prime Minister Keir Starmer. He's banned Keir Starmer from his pub. That's pretty funny. If any of you guys watch Clarkson's Farm, Jeremy Clarkson's farm show, and yeah, he banned Keir Starmer. He bought a pub so they could have so they could sell the produce in a pub, and I just made a video saying sub to you. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Oh, my shoulders are sore, guys. I'm knackered. I don't know why. I probably went to... When did everyone go to sleep last? What time did everyone go to sleep last night? Yeah, what was the time? What was the last time everyone went? What was the time everyone went to sleep last night? Because I can tell you guys, I went to bed at about 2:30 in the morning. I went to bed around about 2:30 in the morning because it was about midnight and I was just struggling to sleep, so I decided to turn my laptop on and write for a bit. So I ended up writing for 2 hours. Which, I'm writing a novel, guys, so I write novels in my spare time. You don't have to, do you? Yeah, so, I went to bed at 2 in the morning last night, guys. That's why I'm knackered, because I was struggling to sleep, so I started to work on my novel for a bit. It ended up 2.5 hours later, I was still writing. Which, I can announce that I'm trying to think of at the moment, I'm trying to think of a book release time window. I'm trying to think of a book release time window at the moment. I'm trying to think of a book release time window at the moment. So, what time do you guys think I should release this book next year, guys? What time do you guys think I should release this book next year? Because I'm not sure at the moment. I'm not sure whether I want to release it today, next year. It's not... I'm thinking I either want to have it ready for summertime, because, you know, people read on their holidays. I want to have it ready for either summertime next year, or I want to have it ready for summertime next year, or I want to have it ready for summertime. What about winter? That's what I'm thinking. Just in time for Christmas. Do you guys remember those adverts back in the day? Disney adverts? Just in time. Out now, just in time for Christmas. Do you remember the old Disney adverts? Just in time for Christmas. honestly, it used to be on DVDs. That whenever you used to watch an old DVD, it used to come out with whenever you used to watch a DVD and like Pirates of the Caribbean, it does it, and it would show you all these films. Like, come and watch these films: High School Musical 2, this film, other films, just in time for Christmas. Out now, just in time for Christmas. I just remembered those, and I want to bring that back. The book, just in time for Christmas. But yeah, I think winter might be one. I think winter might be possible. What might be possible? I could bring it out in November. I could do it early November. I could bring it out in November time, but that would be 21 months. It would be a 21 month time gap from releasing book Dawn of Plants the Gathering Storm to Dawn of Plants the One's War, which is not. That's what I'm thinking about at the moment. Anyway, guys, I might actually end this stream now. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.